All right, so what I'm going to do today, and why I'm here today, is to focus on an archetype that will be really fun and viable, and in an aspect, it's going to be pretty overpowered, especially in the beginning. And before I give you the archetype, I want you to understand that I've been telling y'all for years, if you've been following my channel, if NBA 2K implements a new feature, you best believe you better utilize it, because if they're going to spend that much time and effort to put it in the game, you best believe they're going to make sure it's noticeable, okay? Not trying to say they're intentionally making it overpowered, but at the end of the day, it's going to be something that you should focus on, because hello, it's new, they put the time and effort into it, so they're going to make sure that it's rewarding, okay? We know about this with rhythm shooting last year. When they added rhythm shooting, people were like, no, I'm not using that. But we all know, right? If you was a rhythm shooter, boy, you was greening and hitting more shots than anybody. And there wasn't a moving green window with rhythm shooting. If you had square shooter, yes, there was a moving green window. So again, that little bit right there lets you know that yes, if they're gonna add something new to the game, you best believe you better be utilizing it, okay? So let's go down some new features that they did or changes they made to the game, okay? Baselines are no longer very sensitive. So you can go baseline, reverse dunks, layups, all you want with no issues, okay? Standing dunks have been reworked to where not only the green window is bigger, but the actual meter moves slower on the standing dunks, because last year they were moving extremely fast. Even for a specialist like myself with the dunk meter, I was still like, bro, this is moving too fast. So that's been slowed down. And they changed the mechanics to where, or the physics to where now bigger builds will not have any issues with smaller individuals around the basket when you're trying to go for a contact dunk, okay? They have added now, or adjusted to where the dunk meter for a contact dunk, all you have to do is just hold down on the right joystick and then release. You do not have to worry about going back up. That is simpler, by the way, just want to put that out there. That is extremely easier. That is a very good quality of life adjustment that was made. Oh, and the green window is now back. So now you actually know when to release it. And this fourth thing, I'm just going down a list here, is that there is always going to be a green window. No matter how smothered you are, there could be just one little pixel of green, and if you hit it, you'll make it. That's for shooting too, by the way, but we're talking about, you know, the features that they added, okay? They've also added L2 to where now if you Euro step, you can slow down your Euro step at any point in time to just throw off the timing for the potential defender if they want to block your shot, okay? You can Euro it. And again, the L2, of course, they added other feature to the shooting, but but as you can see, all these features are helping what? They're helping slashers, okay? Now, I know some of y'all that are slashers like myself, you're gonna be really excited. I know I was excited to be able to say, yo, I can finally go baseline now. I know I was excited about being able to slow down my Euro and really be able to get nasty with it. I was excited about having a pure green window to where now I can always green a contact dunk no matter what. I can always green my layups no matter what. This is going to be a skill set, but it's also going to be very friendly to a lot of casual players. Now, I've been speaking on this for the longest about some people wanting to focus so much on sim, but at the end of the day, you want fun. And we know offense is fun. We know contact dunks is fun. We know going to the basket, just getting crazy animations is fun. Not trying to say it's just going to be all overpowered. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that the ability for the past couple of seasons with slashing was very frustrating. Okay? You know, it was very frustrating because we were getting knocked out of the air when we're going for dunks. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Knock out of the air. You know, you go up for a contact dunk, you end up doing the layup animation, you don't even attempt the contact dunk, right? You go to the basket, they spam square, they rip the ball right from you. You know what I'm talking about, right? So with those things being taken out, and then they add these new features to be able to improve the finishing, you best believe your bottom dollar. If I'm telling you, you know, hey, if you only want to make one or two builds and you want a build that's going to be fun, make sure you get a build that is a slasher, okay? but make sure you definitely get a build that has the ability to finish at the basket, either be it a center, because when a game first comes out, some of the most rewarding builds in the beginning will be a center that has dunking and rebounding ability, because we all know in the beginning, people are learning their jump shots, they miss a lot of shots. You get a lot of rep like that. That's why you'll see a lot of individuals that are going for legend. You will see them on bigs in the beginning, right? Because you know, they're getting their buddy, they're throwing up shots, they're just getting the rebounds, putting it back up, dunking, catching lobs, that type of sort. It's a very easy build. You can't mess it up, because at the end of the day, it's not really much of a skill set there. It's just getting rebounds, putting it back up, dunking, setting screens, rolling to the basket. I did not say a build that can shoot, because again, you make a build that can shoot, that can cause problems, because maybe your rating's too low, right? Your 3-point shot rating's too low, or your 3-point shot rating's too high, or you find out that you can't really shoot that well this year, so you messed your build. Inside, regardless of how much it's hated on, because people say all you do is clog the paint, you could never go wrong with making an inside that can dunk, okay? Comp stage, people make big centers or smaller center builds that can move really fast, like a pure red that can finish, or a red-blue type. That is an easy transition build. Now we're talking about builds that I like to make, which are slashers. You cannot go wrong with making a slasher, okay? You cannot go wrong making a slasher. You want to add some shooting to it, but you cannot go wrong making a slasher, because at the end of the day, if you have the ability to sit corner, you know, hit your little 3-point shots in the corner, but then for the majority of the time, just being able to dribble and get to the basket and dunk, that's easy, seamless build to make. That will be the first build I make. I've always made a slasher. If you go back to 2K20, if you're a real OG, you know, I made a pure blue lob threat. I took that build all the way to legend with that, because I love slashing. Every single year, my first build, as for the most part, had been Zion Williamson type builds, which were majority finishing at the basket, because I know from day one, regardless, slashing, rebounding, defense are the ones that are going to be easy builds to make in the beginning. You can't mess up on those, and just be able to let everybody else figure out what jump shot to use, what dribble style to use, what this, what that. I'm just like, bro, I'm just cruising along, right? It's the guards, right? The guards are going to be the ones making all these builds, tinkering, trying to figure it out, wasting builds. I'm telling you, when 2K26 comes out, make yourself a build that can finish. If you make yourself a build that can finish, you are going to be satisfied, because these builds are going to be really, really good this year.